Hello and welcome back. We're gonna just do Blacksmith Blues right off the bat because I can essentially just self-contain it here. Then we're gonna go to three. Then after this, we're gonna go to 3 reads. Three reads. Do that. Do that. Collect that. And then probably do that since it'll be up in Eastpool. Do all those and all that. Those are the goals for this video. Everything else we'll worry about later.
Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
So who am I talking to in here? I could get a potion, or I cannot.
Clive, you're here.
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You, ready for the off then?
Oh yeah.
We can't afford to waste.
That's why I
any more
talked with
time.
you.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Which one of you's first?
All of you, because I have Slaves of Rebirth. Anyways, yeah! Shiva. Boom. That's gonna be so nice for retaining my, streaks.
Nice try.
Mesmerize. Yeah, that seems kind of boring. See, okay, Cold Snap's actually really nice now that I know how to use it better. But essentially, I can use it a little bit like Phoenix Shift almost. Boom. Although, moving to the sides doesn't allow me to go as far. But again, see, I was able to move closer. Oh, it's my first one. Well, I'm able to get to the enemies close and easy. And I am going to like Ice Age probably the most. This is essentially another version of Wind Up / Heatwave, except way better. Yeah, okay, now that I'm a little bit more in the know-how and how to actually use Shiva properly, because I just didn't understand Cold Snap and really what it did when I first played because I'm stupid. But now that I know that, Shiva may honestly be one of the best icons, because that's everything I like about other icons. There's always more. Boom. Yep. Move forward, immediately go boom. The freezing in place is so nice. Like seriously, so nice. Now that I actually know that does it, because I guess I just did. I didn't actually read the thing of it when I first played. I just like saw what like said in the intro text, and when I tried it out, I was just like, oh, this is Phoenix Shift except worse. And was confused on why it cost 3,000 to upgrade. Couldn't be me anymore. See, that right there is the problem with the fiery thing. I think it's so cool. But genuinely, once I can afford to have the beam attack on another icon, Bahamut gone.
Is that it? Apparently not.
Is that a Chimera? Wow, I know my mythical creatures apparently. I mean, of course I know ones that look badass like this. Like, look how badass this guy looks. Oh yeah, you ain't gonna touch me. I'm too hot, epic, sexy sexer. I'm gonna have sex all over your face. Why did I just say that? That's what happens when I word salad. When I word salad, weird things come out. And I'm not saying that. I resisted those urges. I'm fighting the inner demons. Sometimes the demons win, but I can't let them always win. I gotta win sometimes. Yeah, so I think when I get the opportunity to, I'm not gonna worry about it too much until I get Odin, but I would like to put the Bahamut. Oh, that even hurts me. Oh, that's lame. That's bad. That sucks. I want to put Bahamut with the beam attack with this, because I like Blind Justice, but I don't really care that much for any of the other any of the other lightning things, Ramu things. So having Ramu just be my other icon thing to me is perfectly acceptable. It's just where I put Bahamut and Flames of Rebirth, and that to me sounds fine. And I have everything else on there. And you know, I have enough side quests that I hopefully will have enough AP to be able to do that and still be able to like afford in the end Odin stuff. When I get Odin. I was kind of hoping I was gonna get Odin, actually get Odin 2 videos ago, but side quests got in the way. Everything took longer than I thought it would. That's okay. Not like it matters that much. Because ultimately, I'm in a very good place in this game. What, episode 65? Episode 65, and I have one base game icon left. Base story icon, because I have post game. I like Ice Age because it also seems to recharge really fast. So Ice Age and the ultimate power in the expensive one are probably the 2 Shiva ones that are gonna keep long term. Again, I don't even know what long term is because again, there's 3 more icons. There's just so many abilities. I kind of wish you were able to get an upgrade where you could equip 4 icons. But maybe that's just too much. Maybe they toyed around that was just too much. But whatever.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, 1 or 2 did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Okay. Really quickly. Yeah. Wait. Oh, you're the one that I had equipped? No, I had that one upgraded. I just didn't have it equipped originally. Wait, actually, now I'm curious. So if I quickly do buy that. Okay, so Rhyme's equipped. Then I go here, then I unlearn Rhyme. Well, it defaults? No. No, Rhyme's definitely the one I was using though, right? Okay, I cannot be too, you can never be too sure. So now we have this, because I don't know which one I was using. How expensive are you? You are upgraded, so I just need to master you. How much do I get from that refund? $750. How much do I get through that refund? 600. That's about 1,000. It's about 1,000. Oh, that's about 1,500. So that gets me about 2,000. 2,000. So I'm almost halfway there. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I don't need you no more. So if I actually do all this. Wowee. And now the real question is, what do I do here with this? Windows, stop bothering me. You're such a crappy thing. I guess, just for the time being. It's been a little bit since we've had Phoenix. I'm gonna keep... No, I don't need to keep you mastered. Boom. There we go. Oh, look at that. A little different. Changing things up further. And then I'll replace this with Odin, and then I'll put Flames of Rebirth there when I get Odin. And with all my leftover, I even have the money to get that. So when I'm done with these two, I can switch to these two. So yeah. Cool. Was not planning on doing all that, but that was nice. Felt good.
Sid, you're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravoged isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoged what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Okay, good. It lets me actually return. Yeah, see, there's a reason why I did this quest first. I didn't want to do it later in the video because it's like the longest one.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Oh, no AP, of course. Why would there be? Is Ragnarok better, though? I doubt I can create Götter Damrung. We'll find out. It's not the most powerful sword in the game. The first DLC will give me a sword that's better than it.
So, will it be?
Boom. Oh, yeah. Not even close. I'm assuming I can't reinforce Ragnarok? No. But, let's see. Was Ragnarok better than the Ice Brand? Oh, yeah. And it's pretty cool looking, too. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll actually quickly just... I just need to grab that. This will be faster. Because I don't have to worry about, like, dismounting an Amber. Also, Amber's all Akashic. So, definitely not worth it. No, I just want to endlessly go. Because walking is so slow in this flip-flap game. Yeah. I will say this. It's time to actually start talking about the quality of side quests, I think. No. No, I don't want to fight. Stop running, Ambrosia. You stupid farts of enemies. Oh, we are to the point where there's probably going to be more time spent doing side quests than main quest. That's just where we're at. Can you stop following me, dude? Thank you. Jeez Louises. Whew. But yeah, and that's just how it is, though. Because, again, there's so many side quests. And right before the final boss, say, like, 6 more in the Hideaway alone open up. So, yeah. I'm probably going to not do any more hunts, actually, until we get to that time. Just so I can spread out the side quest a little bit more, keep it a little bit more fresh by using hunts as kind of like a way to spread it out a bit.
You deserve a rest.
And maybe, I said I was going to, like, all the chronoliths last, but I might also, like, put the chronoliths in there. There's a part of that kind of, like, cycle, you know. Again, to keep it kind of spread out.
I'll need to deal with these ones first. Too slow.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't using that before. That was definitely the one I was using before. Rhyme. It was just so lame. I don't get it. Woken bug? Well, I put you back to sleep. Permanently. Wow. That's a lot of little particles. Are those the little neurons in your brain? Are they excited to, like, be attacking me? Too bad that you're, like, bad or whatever. Yeah. Take that. I think, for the duration of side quests, though, he's like, there's nothing funny cray-cray about this fight. So I think starting after this fight, for the duration of side quests, I'm going to go to story focus just so they're a little bit faster to get through, I guess? I don't know. I'm a little bit of a baby. Coward. That's the problem about Let's Play this game so fast after playing it originally. I just don't have the patience for side quests, I guess. I don't know. Because the side quests are actually good. They're actually good. I think my opinion on them has grown a lot, and I'm excited to talk about that. Yeah, these are boo-boos. I'll keep them for at least the rest of this. I'll try to keep those abilities for until like the end of next week, just so I actually use them a little bit. But also with a new icon relatively soon after all these side quests. I don't mind changing these a little bit sooner. Boom. Oh, one more hit. Boom. No.
Now to find this spherical echo.
Boom. And to commit a sin.
This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
I'm almost sick to my stomach. Hopefully there's no hunts. Hunts I want to definitely be an action focus for because those are worth being an action focus for. But just general, like, boring quest to Runicuses like this, they really just aren't worth being an action focused for. They really aren't. It's just because, like, again, this is a long enough game. It's just like, you know the combat by now, and action focus is definitely better than story. I'm actually excited now that I'm going back to story focus. I'll actually be able to more so compare the two. Over here, yeah. I don't know why I couldn't just cross that water before that.
Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
Okay.
Just my luck.
I don't actually fully know what the differences are between the two modes. I think it is actually just timings for things like dodges. I think precision dodges are just way easier, and that's the only difference. Come on. Yeah, I'm assuming the only difference is it's just going to be way harder to actually get hit. But we'll find out. Oh, yeah. Take that, you thing. There we go. Okay. So much for story focus, making this easier. I just wanted to be a little bit of a show-off, but no. No, I can't. I can't be a show-off. Being a show-off is illegal. It's such an illegal activity to be a show-off. I'm just so hungry. That's why I'm not talking. I hunger death, murder, and food. I also hunger food. Boom! Die! Bing bong. Bing bong, die. Bing bong, die. Die, die, die. And I just need to find those little flowery thingies. Whatever. This should have been over here. What are they? Ah, they're here. Is this going to be it for this side quest? If this is it for this side quest, we'll turn it in and then the video's over. If there's more to this side quest, then the video will probably quite honestly be over. Because we've had some longer videos. I wouldn't mind having shorter ones.
Collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right.
Whoops.
Should do it. Let's get these back.
Yote. And boom.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Oh, yay.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Level up! Wow. Alrighty, yeah. Video go bye-bye. Which means I go bye-bye. Bye-bye.